Good evening, YouTube. Hello to all my Voyagers. Welcome back to Charmaine's Journey. I know I've been gone for a few days, but I'm going to try to give you all more videos on the regular. Tonight, we're going to talk about feeling like no one understands what you're going through. I'm sure there's plenty of you all out there who feel like no one understands, whether it's bills, whether it's sickness, whether it's emotional, psychological. And when you're going through things, sometimes you just want people to listen. You don't want their opinion, you don't want their advice, you just want to vent. Or sometimes you do want their advice and you also want them to listen, but then you feel like you're not getting either. For me, myself, I feel like there's a lot of times that people don't understand what I'm going through. Now, as I said before, I am a firm believer that someone's situation is always worse off than mine. You know, someone didn't wake up this morning, someone lost their child, their husband, their son, their daughter. The situation with the world now, it's always another situation worse off than mine. But in the meantime, the things that I'm going through, the stress, the lack of independence, it's hard. When you come from a place where you have done for yourself your entire life, and then you have to depend on someone to do just about everything for you. And then when it's not done properly or it's not done at all, I feel like sometimes people don't understand the frustration that I go through. And it makes me also feel like I'm a burden. And the last thing I want to do is to feel like I'm a burden, especially to my son. You know, he's young. He's a young man. I don't want him to stop his life or living his life to worry about me being sick or who's going to take care of me. I feel like sometimes, I sit here in the dark and I think about the things that I can't do. Yeah, I have my moments. Some might call it a pity party. I don't know what you call it, but I have my times where I think about the things that I used to do and what I can't do, especially when I want things done and in a timely manner. I'm a person who likes to plan out things, and when things are not done the way I want it, yeah, I get a little upset. I sit here sometimes in the dark and I just think, and that's when you don't have anything to do, that's all you have time to do is think. And sometimes that's a bad thing. I think about what other people are doing. I think about how I used to be able to get up and go to the store. Not even just that, just being able to clean my own house the way I want, or to get up and cook whenever I want, or just being able to enjoy myself. You know, I pray to God, and when I pray, sometimes I tell God I want to feel like I'm worthy, because sometimes I don't feel like I'm worthy, and I feel like people don't understand that. I don't feel like myself anymore. I don't feel beautiful. I don't feel confident. I don't feel secure. I have a lot of insecurities. I don't have that companionship anymore, and I will never, even though I could possibly have companionship with the opposite sex, the trust is not there because I'm vulnerable. So I don't trust. And when sometimes I'm angry about things, a lot of times it doesn't have to do with that one thing. It's just a lot of things built up. And sometimes my son, you know, he'll say to me, well, Mom, you need to get out and do things, or you need a hobby, or you need to go find friends. That's not the answer for me when I'm feeling like I don't have a sense of belonging. Sometimes I don't have a sense of care. I mean, I love my son. He's my world. And he's really the only reason that I'm still here. But there are some days that I get so down that and I feel like I'm such a burden, that I just wish that I could disappear. Like, sometimes I get frustrated and I say, well, maybe I just need to go back to the nursing home. And he's like, Mom, you're just being so dramatic. But he doesn't understand, having to deal with not knowing who's going to take care of you day to day and who's going to show up for work. And, I can't even plan things because I don't know who's going to be here to take care of me. And then I can't call my son every time something happens. He has a life to live. It's not fair to him. And sometimes I don't know what to do. Sometimes I just feel so lost. And so blindsided because I just feel like sometimes life is just not fair. Of course, I didn't ask for this. And I always ask God, what did I do in my life to deserve this? I'm still young. But I feel like I'm 80 years old sometimes. And I just feel like people don't understand. Sometimes I just want to go and just disappear and never come back. But that's not the solution because it's not going to solve anything. I just want a sense of purpose, a sense of worthiness, a sense of belonging. And when you have people around you who are not motivating or negative, or my son is very positive. He's always trying to get me to do things. But he's very busy and he's just one person. But I have people that are here with me 12 hours a day. And when you're around people who are not motivating, you don't become motivated. I'm telling you, I sit in the dark every day. My room is pitch black every day. The only light is from the TV. And there's been times where I have thought about not living anymore. But then I snap back because I have my son. And sometimes I just don't know what to do. I pray to God. And God is always on time. And sometimes we just want to rush things. But it's in His time that He'll let us know. But I just wish people would understand and be a little more understanding. I'm sure there's other people out there who feel that whatever you're going through, that people don't understand. Or sometimes you just feel so low. You feel like you have nowhere else to turn. But despite how I feel at times, God is my answer. I talk to God the same way I'm speaking to you now. And I cry. Sometimes I'm silent and I shut down, which is not good, but that's just my way of coping with things. I just want to be happy. And I put on a mask and I put on a front for everyone. But deep down inside, with all my insecurities and my emotional things that I'm going through, I'm very far from happy. And I just want to feel like my life has a sense of meaning. I have so many ideas, so many things that I would love to do. But when you don't have people in your corner to back you up, it's just like talking to the wall. But I can say that sometimes a good cry does it, but always a good talk with God helps me out a lot. So if you're feeling down, you're feeling like no one else understands, or you just need someone to listen. Sometimes we just need people to listen. Don't talk, just listen. Just send me an email, put a comment below, message me, and if I can, I'll be there for you. Because when you look at a person, you never know what that person has gone through. You can't look at me and possibly know anything that I've gone through. So I'm going to say goodnight for now to all my voyagers. And I pray that you have a blessed rest of the evening. And until next time, may God be with you.